What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back again with another film breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at PJ Walker, former XFL stud, seeing how he would translate to the NFL with Teddy Bridgewater being out. Very, very interesting game. I thought he played very well. Now, before we get to PJ Walker and his game today, I do want to sincerely apologize to all you guys because I have not been keeping up with the content. As most of you know, I am in law school right now. Things really started to heat up for me. Something had to give. It ended up being my YouTube channel. I would hope that you guys can understand that. It consumes a ton of time. So like I said, something had to give. It ended up being YouTube, but things are starting to wind down. We got finals, I think, in 2 weeks. So we have a dead week coming up here, and I wanted to put out a little bit of content for you guys. So I thought, why not PJ Walker? Took a good long look at his film from what we can see from the TV footage, which is absolute trash. If any of you coach, you know what I'm talking about. But I was very impressed with what I saw. I thought he did a really good job. Thought he looked really calm in the pocket. Thought he was putting balls on a dime. Yes, he had some mistakes. He had 2 bad picks today. But at the end of the day, I thought he played well. And I think that a lot of that can be attributed to Joe Brady, their offensive coordinator, who was obviously the guy at LSU last year. He does such a good job of putting his receivers and his Q in good positions to win. He does a really good job of having his receivers out in a bunch look, having them, in that tight alignment, and then having some sort of pick route or, whatever coverage beater they're looking at. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of this PJ Walker film. First things first, we all know Joe Brady loves his empty, and you can see that with LSU last year, especially. Just at the top of this formation, we're going to be focusing on these 2 cats. All we're going to get is a really simple pick route right here, but just the way that you time everything up. And once again, this video is really kind of about PJ Walker, Joe Brady, and then DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel, how all of those guys really contributed to having PJ Walker have a really, really good first NFL start. So what we're getting with this, and again, the Lions aren't a pillar of what a good defense looks like in the NFL, and I don't mean any shade by that. I'm just being honest. What we get from the Lions, and stop me if you've heard this before, especially if you're a Lions fan, is straight man coverage, right? Just looking at the top of the screen. Really what we've got is well, no, this is straight man because this is just your coverage for this cat right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run off with number 1, number 2, and 3 are going to run a little pick concept. So all that's going to happen is he's going to work into the formation right here. We're going to sell flat, and then he kind of runs this like a wheel. Not sure if that's designed. I would imagine it is because he's already looking upfield off that. I thought he stemmed that more to the flat. Really simple pick route right there. Nice and easy. Good back shoulder from PJ Walker. Not an easy throw by any means. As you can see with that defensive back, especially in the NFL, they're going to come off of that rub route really quick, right? And he doesn't do the best job of working through it. Again, the pre-snap alignment from Detroit in this is really difficult because you're putting yourself in a situation to get beat right here, right? I mean, this is just asking to get worked on a little rub route. He does a good job of working through it, actually. He does a really good job, but throws early, good throw, good catch, and they're on for a first down. That was I think his first third down throw of the game. And again, Joe Brady, right? We're working our guys into an easy completion, putting our guys in the position to win. Now, this next throw that I really liked from them, again, just stretching the Detroit Lions downfield. You've got great athletes on the outside. Let's use them, right? He ends up getting a little bit of separation. He leaves, and then we work to stack. That's number 3 overall pick right there, Jeff Okudah. Tough look for him, but there's a great job off the line of scrimmage. And once again, it's a team game, and I think it's really interesting when we see how the media and other guys look and they portray these guys who are having their first start or are having success as, oh, it's all them, right? No, it's not. It's a matter of the entire team and coaching staff, and this is a combination of Joe Brady putting his guys in position to win. DJ Moore, I believe this is at the top of the screen, beating Okudah off the line of scrimmage, working to stack, and then just working upfield. It's a combination of everything, right? And then a great ball from PJ Walker that's on the money against cover 1, right? There's not a chance that safety's going to get there. Just a really good job of executing as a whole. Now we look at this play right here, 1st and 10, and there's a couple of things that stick out to me when I look at this from an offensive perspective, right? First things first, we're inside our own 20, inside our own 15, so we got to be careful with what we're running. Second thing is that, once again, Detroit, man, like we're playing so far off right here. I get it that we're playing, press and we're getting torched off the line of scrimmage, but that doesn't mean we go to this. So Joe Brady does a really good job of noticing this stuff and setting his guys up to win, like I've said, 4 or 5 times already this video. So what Carolina is going to run is a really simple mesh route, right? They're going to run mesh right here, and just to kind of show how well these guys are coached up, right? And with mesh, just really quickly, the route concept, for those of you who don't know, okay, we're going to get these two cats running across the field right there, running like what we would call drag routes or whatever, right? You want to be nice and close by, because if it is man coverage, it's going to create a natural rub in the middle of the field. Now with our number 2 right here, we're going to run a hunt route, right? Which we're going to come upfield, and then we're going to sit in any sort of window in kind of like a dig route, right? But, you know, some teams call it a hunt. I would call it a hunt just because of, you know, his assignment on that. But again, now what do we see with this mesh, right? There's no man coverage. So both of our receivers shut down right here. This is a great job, man. That's exactly how you run mesh, right? And that's 1st and 10, and we go and we pick up 8 yards. It's a really good job of keeping your quarterback in the game, right? Nice and easy throw for him. We're inside our own 15. Go pick up 8 yards. Really good job. Well executed, well everything. That was a phenomenal job for all across the board. Now we move on to this throw right here, 2nd and 6. Once again, PJ Walker. And, you know, this is the thing with Detroit, right? They run a lot of man, so they try to mix up their man. Then they go zone. And with their zone, since they run a lot of man, that means they're going to have one high when they try to mix it up to go into their zone coverage. To try and make it look like they're still running man, right? Obviously, we're getting dudes off the line of scrimmage, so that's kind of a dead giveaway, but they're also just going to go into cover 3. And this is a really cool route concept, right? With our number 1 at the bottom right here, we're going to get a little whip route. Boom, we're working inside, and then he's coming back out. Now, what's that going to do? In cover 3, right, this corner is going to be taking the deep third, which means that this dude right here is going to be working to the flat, okay? So we do that right there. Boom, that's our flat threat. We're keeping that flat defender accountable. Now, what are we going to do about this void that we've created right here? Because that defensive back, for the most part, is still going to be dropping because we're worried about crossers, whatever. Well, what they do with this is they run Robbie Anderson across the field right into that gap, right in between where that flat defender's held and where that corner is dropping. The backers aren't going to carry him that far. PJ Walker sees it. Nice, easy toss to Robbie Anderson, 1st down. And stuff like that, once again, it's the whole team. And PJ Walker will be talked about this week for sure. He played a really good game, and I don't want to take that away from him because he does some really athletic stuff that we'll get into in a little bit. But it was also a phenomenal coaching job from Joe Brady and a great job from his receivers, DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel as well. This play right here is just pure athleticism. PJ Walker is going to get heat up the middle, right? We also got dudes coming from our left. Breaks the pocket, does a really good job of working up close to the line of scrimmage. Once again, what are our receivers doing in the background? They're breaking to their scramble drill, exactly what they should be doing, being well coached. Really good throw from PJ Walker, getting his shoulders to the line of scrimmage after that. Just all around a phenomenal play, an athletic play, something that you really like to see from a young Q, especially, you know, like I said before, a guy who was in the XFL finally getting a shot in the NFL. Really cool stuff. And then right here, you know, and this is, you know, a little tip of the cap to Brady as well. Once again, he loves to run this stuff out a bunch, right? And we get this stuff at the bottom of the screen. What it does is really it pushes these corners off on the outside. We're going to get friction with our point man right there. That's expected, so we bring him across the formation. And then with our number 2, that's where we work up and we work into this corner. Now, since we're inside the 20, a lot of teams are going to go into their cover 2. We break this thing to the sidelines. It ends up being cover 1, it looks like to me. But just a good ball, and it's a call that's going to beat cover 2, and it's also going to beat cover 1 because there's no way that corner is going to run with it. It almost looks like we're going to break this thing to a post. Good route from him, and then we break it off to the sidelines. Easy touchdown for PJ Walker. Now moving on to this 3rd and 2 right here. I think I might have 1 or 2 more clips with this. Once again, just the ability to make a play and to improvise is a really good job. Really simple route concept from Brady, right? We're just going to work upfield here, work out to the flat, pick the guy who's open. Both of those guys are covered. Straight up, both of those guys are covered. He works up closer to the line of scrimmage, which is going to freeze backers right there, and then delivers a good ball for a 1st down. Just really cool stuff that you like to see. And then once again, you know, back to Brady and what he does so well as an offensive coordinator. Pushing corners off pre-snap, you know, and that's, yes, it is how the defenses align, and, you know, other defenses won't look like this, but this is a really good job and a good route concept. It's basically the same thing that we saw out of that closed formation. They just run it with those 2 cats spread out. And again, good ball from PJ Walker. And the other thing that I do want to point out with PJ Walker, sorry, the film's a little bit weird here. I don't know why it recorded like that, but he's got a guy in his face, right? I mean, there's a big boy throw with a defensive lineman in your face. Put it on the money, big 1st down on 2nd and 6. So Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been a little bit, but if you enjoyed this, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me, as well as to Jackson Kruger Sports. I'm sure this will end up on his channel, even though I think he already did a PJ Walker video, so I don't know if it will, but all the same, go ahead and throw my boy a sub. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll be back in the week with more content. Sorry about the layoff, but we're back at it now, fellas. So that's all I got for you today. We'll see you next time.